Hey you guys, it's Amy from A Red Spatula. Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm excited that you're here. I have two purposes in my video today. The first is that I want to show you just how simple it is to make pie dough at home. If you're the person who's always running out for pie dough for holidays, or I don't know, whatever it is that you're making pie or quiche or galettes for, you can easily be making it at home. You need no special equipment and it only takes 4 ingredients. Now the second purpose of this video is to show you how to incorporate whole wheat flour into your pie dough. Because I like to add whole wheat flour in moderation, I'm going to use whole wheat flour plus all-purpose flour. You can easily make this 100% whole wheat if you'd like to, but I kind of like the blend. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first step is mixing together our dry ingredients. There's our whole wheat flour, our all-purpose flour, making this blend again, and then our salt, and you're going to mix this all together. This is just a bowl and a fork, nothing fancy. Now, one really important thing about making pie dough is that you want the butter to stay chilled until it hits the oven. So when we're making it in this method where we grate the butter, I like to use frozen butter for mine. So you can see I used the larger grater, and you grate this all the way down. And you're going to make this very quickly so that the butter does not soften while you're working with it. Here's the finished grated butter. It feels kind of hard if you've never felt it before. It's kind of a weird texture. And then we're going to take this frozen butter and we're going to add it right into our wet ingredients. Now we also want to make sure that we're minimizing the contact with our skin because of course our body temperatures are fairly warm. So I'm just kind of using the very tips of my fingers to get that off the plate. It feels kind of gross. And then again with the fork, we're just going to mix this in. It takes, just a few seconds to get it to where it's mixed all the way in with your dry ingredients. And then next we're going to add in ice water. Now I didn't show this in the video, it's already measured out, but I just put ice into a mason jar and fill it with water. And then I measure it out, and that's what we're going to add into the flour. Now I start by mixing this with a fork, but I'm going to turn it out onto a surface, and I work it, but I don't overwork it because again, we don't want to have too much contact with our hands. So we're going to get it all worked in together. It is a little bit stiff because the butter is frozen and we're using ice water. So the dough's chilled. Then once it's mixed in, I divide it in half, form it into a disc, and then we're going to wrap this and chill it. Now the dough has to be chilled for at least an hour to 2 hours before you work with it, but that's it. It's done and ready. Okay, I told you, it was so easy, right? Now, once you've made the pie dough, you need to chill it before you can use it. It can sit in the fridge for up to 5 days. You might notice just a tiny bit of discoloration. That doesn't mean it's going bad. That's just oxidation happening in the wheat flour. But it will hold 5 to 7 days easily in the fridge. Now, if you want it to hold even longer than that, like if you're preparing a big meal, you want to make this ahead of time, you can go ahead and make this, wrap it just like I showed you in the video, and then I even put it into a big gallon-sized Ziploc bag, seal it up, put it in the freezer, and it will hold in the freezer for at least 3 months. So what are you waiting for, you guys? Let's try this out.